Mr. Bumpers.
Right now on the Wil Wheaton Project, as apocalypse looms, one man's passion for sci-fi just might save us all from a Game of Thrones Hodor takeover, a monstrous Penny Dreadful, and Will visit Seth Green's top secret studios.
I made sure, by the way, you ripped it.
Now, the only man who can make sense of all this, Wil Wheaton.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Hey, nerds, welcome to the Wil Wheaton Project. Each week, we comb through the world of sci-fi, fantasy, and horror, or, as I call it, the only stuff that really matters. Take that, my family. So, let's get started with Game of Thrones. Sunday brought us the moment that everyone has been waiting for, the Battle of the Wall, the most expensive episode of Game of Thrones to date. Now, I knew we were in for something special the second I heard that horn blow, setting the tone for the epic battle to come. It was the smoothest and sexiest battle of the season. Also, Ed the Horn Guy will be headlining this Saturday at the Dreadfort Holiday Inn. Tickets are free. Later, Jon Snow and Ygritte were finally reunited, but they found out the hard way that there's only room for one young archer in this town.
There. Remember, focus on your target and you can't miss.
This ginger-on-ginger violence is out of control. So actors on Game of Thrones can never be sure when their characters will die. That's why the savvy performer always has a plan B. And I'm happy to see that one of my favorite characters has broken into the lucrative celebrity endorsement market.
Can't get around the way you used to? Due to age or size or being thrown out of a tower? That's why there's Hodor Round, the premier personal mobility solution. Hodor Round makes life easier for you than any other product on the market.
Hello, friends. I'm Christian Hodor Nairn. I may not have a lot to say on Game of Thrones, but I have a lot to say about Hodor Round.
Hodor himself trains and chooses only the finest, strongest Hodor Round applicants. The rest are shown the door. Once he's ready, we'll deliver your Hodor Round right to your lonely old person apartment. Hodor Round is infinitely maneuverable. With Hodor Round, you can get back to having a life and a love life.
Gross. Order your Hodor Round today.
Act now and get the first 4 seasons of Game of Thrones in the preferred old person format. Hodor Round, because walking is for jerks.
Hodor Round!
Act fast. Supplies are limited, because this is in no way legal.
Hodor!
Yes, I will pay for the expedited delivery. Oh, we're back. This week, Detroit celebrated the first ever Robocop Day. Here's how City Hall got Detroit pumped up.
People of Detroit, get ready to show your city pride. It's time to celebrate Robocop Day. Join us as we unveil Detroit's very own Robocop statue. Because nothing says Detroit like violence, corruption, and cops with no boundaries. Ain't no party like a Robocop party. Detroit, yes.
Ah, Detroit. Coming up next on their calendar is Irony Day. This weekend, Tom Cruise's special effects blockbuster, Edge of Tomorrow, was roundly slaughtered by the low-budget, character-driven cancer teen romance, The Fault in Our Stars. This may explain Edge of Tomorrow's new ad campaign. They're gonna shoot the out of cancer. All right, I love cosplay. And Heroes of Cosplay, which airs right here before us on Sci-Fi, follows a group of cosplayers as they go from competition to competition. I think cosplayers are awesome, and I have never met a cosplayer I didn't like. Of course, I've never officially met Carl.
I don't think that highly of myself. I think that's probably my biggest strength as a cosplayer, is not thinking that highly of myself.
Some people say I might be the humblest man on earth. Let's see what it looks like when Carl's world-famous humility gets put to the test.
She has me bent over the bed, and she starts putting limbs in and getting things ready.
I am pushing, Carl.
Some of the limbs aren't going in right.
Oh, April, stop. Don't. You have to push up on my back, too. Like.
I'm trying. Sorry.
Carl, I applaud you. Not only for your dedication to cosplay, but also for taking the time to so thoroughly get your prostate checked. I don't know if it makes it better or worse, but that's his sister. Gross. Showtime's Penny Dreadful has been picked up for a second season, which is awesome because the show takes our favorite classic monsters and presents them in a whole new light. Here is their take on Frankenstein's monster. When you said we were going to watch Frankenweenie, that's not what I was expecting! Look here. Look at him. So cute. This is easily the second most embarrassing thing to happen to Frankenstein this year. We'll be right back.
Coming up, secret new Batmobile features. And later, Will hangs with Seth Green.
We actually came up with a universal penis application.
When the Wil Wheaton project continues.
Some of us like it small. That's fine. Understandable. But I like it big.
It's always fun to make fun of your heroes on your show. E3, the Electronic Entertainment Expo, began today. For the uninitiated, it's the video game industry's annual trade show, where all the cool new games are unveiled. Also, Microsoft has a press conference. One of the most anticipated is Batman Arkham Knight, because Rocksteady Games loves their fans. It features the most tricked-out Batmobile yet, with something for everybody.
The Batmobile, now with Vulcan Gun, Missile Barrage, Infant Seat, Lift Capability, Upgraded Horn, and Bat Nuts with a Z.
Did that say Bat Nuts? Yes, it did. Activision announced that Kevin Spacey will play the bad guy in the next Call of Duty. Some have been concerned that his rambling, easygoing brand of evil, most recently seen in House of Cards, might not be the right fit for a hard-hitting battle game like Call of Duty. Judge for yourself.
Okay, meet us by the command center. I'm gonna leave our dog with you. The rest of you are with me. Let's move out.
Did you think I'd forgotten you?
Come on, man.
Perhaps you hoped
I said move out.
A kitten grows up to be a cat. They seem so
Stop talking to that roguish
small,
southern politician.
lapping up their saucer of milk.
Achievement unlocked. Slaughterhouse of Cards.
If you unlock enough achievements, you will get to play as Kevin Spacey's character and pay it forward. It is now time to explore shows you didn't know existed, to seek out channels you didn't know you had, to boldly go into deep cable. Our first stop is the Science Channel's Outrageous Acts of Science. This episode features a man whose lack of sweat glands allows him to conduct electricity through his body.
Yes, Lavisha racked up nearly 1 million views with his death-defying displays. So we traveled to Serbia to find out more about his freaky skills.
This is probably the most amazing thing I have ever seen with a sausage.
You will notice that she said, probably. Destination America's Monsters and Mysteries in America is a documentary series about people's real-life encounters with the supernatural. So when the premise of your show is talking about something that doesn't exist, you're gonna have to find a way to fill time. Check out their subtle attempt at running out the clock.
Late in the afternoon, at Glennie Sutton's farmhouse, the family was settling in.
That was Mama, Daddy, Uncle Amber, Aunt Vera, Billy Ray Taylor, and I think his wife was there. And it was me, Johnny, and Kathy, Grandma, Charles, Lonnie, and Mary. And that's, that's it.
Clearly the monster that family fears most is birth control. Really? Nerds know that NASA has a TV channel, but I bet the rest of you didn't. It is home to once-in-a-lifetime moments like when the Curiosity rover landed on Mars.
Touchdown confirmed. Crew safe on Mars.
An absolutely amazing moment. But not every NASA achievement gets the same level of fanfare. Case in point, the launch of the Lunar Atmosphere and Dust Environment Explorer.
3, 2, 1, 0 ignition, and liftoff of the Venator 5 with Ladder, pursuing a rift about moon dust and the lunar atmosphere.
Incredible job, everybody.
Looks like the NASA cutbacks have gotten so severe they're outsourcing to Target. We'll be right back.
Next, Will takes a trip to Seth Green's studios.
Oh my God, you have the Star Wars pinball.
When the Wil Wheaton project continues. When transforming robots are our only hope. And a woman gains superhuman abilities. When the galaxy is in danger. And sound editors fight against new ideas. Only one noise can convey the gravity of the situation. Bwong. The movie. It's been like 4 years since inception. Are we really still doing this? Fine, whatever.
They're already working on the sequel called Bwong 2, Bwong It On. And also Bwong Goes Bananas. So I'm pretty excited for you guys to see this next thing, and not just because it proves I have friends. I recently voiced a centaur for an upcoming episode of my buddy Seth Green's show, Robot Chicken. It went so well, Seth said, "Hey buddy, stop by the studio anytime." So I did, and I brought a camera crew, because I have a TV show now. I've been friends with Seth since we were kids. We used to see each other on auditions. Seth's been inviting me here to Stupid Monkey forever. So, show me around.
I will. This is our puppet room. And we only have a couple weeks left of physical shooting, and then the rest of it becomes post about editing and things like that. This is an episode we have coming up, which is The Tale of Bitch Pudding.
Oh, hello, bitch pudding. What's up, hoes?
It just occurred to me now that you would have multiple versions of the same puppet shooting at the same time.
On various stages.
Right,
Impossible by human standards.
Yeah, right.
This is
well,
how
I mean,
you
except,
economize
with
your
the
schedule.
clones.
Right. Well, when we get to the clone place.
Yeah.
Nah, man, I don't know if I trust anybody else to give my performance.
Yeah, no.
These are all of the bathing-suited characters from our DC Comics special.
Yeah. Mr. Freeze is endowed.
I'm gonna have him just cover up his...
Wow.
Our season opener was an Eyes Wide Shut sketch, and so everybody's naked in it.
Oh, didn't think that through.
He's so modest.
He is, now he is. We actually came up with a universal penis application so that everyone had the same size. There was.
Can I have one to put on my Wesley Crushers?
Yes.
Oh my God, you have the Star Wars pinball.
Dan Milano, who created Greg the Bunny, this was his donation. This is a Donkey Kong machine that Brian Austin Green donated to us.
I love that your machines come with like celebrity pedigrees.
It doesn't take quarters, but I like the people who are leaving there.
I have a bank at home that's full of nothing but quarters that are older than 1986.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
These are our main shooting stages. So we're doing our nerd who's kind of like the unabashed id of the fanboy.
Man, I wish I was a superhero. I would rescue girls who would show me their boobs.
This is his song about his conflicted feelings towards the new Star Wars movie.
I'd say that accurately reflects how a lot of us feel about it. It is really deep.
Where's the centaur?
Yeah, centaurs!
I brought the voice of that centaur. I made sure, by the way, that you were ripped as
Once you strip away the protective layer of fat that I keep my abs stored underneath, they're actually pretty ripped.
It's critical for as much time as we spend in cold weather.
Hi, I'm a centaur.
It's sexy,
I'm so
dude.
proud of being a centaur.
Before you leave, this is a robot, typically that only humps machines.
Hey, what's that?
Just make sure he gets your hips, like, there's no resistance.
Excuse me, are you telling me how to be humped by a robot?
No, I'm just offering some,
Actually, it's not my first robot humping, sir.
Oh, okay, good. Well, I've got a certain amount of experience in this area.
All right,
so
ready?
Just offering you
here
my
we go.
expertise. Okay, ready. Showing me around today, man.
Thank you to Seth and all of the nice people at Robot Chicken. That was a really fun day. You know, I'm proud to be a member of the Sci-Fi family because from the start, Sci-Fi has set the standard by which all science fiction must be judged, which is why I'm honored to present this week's Sci-Fi Showcase. Enjoy. Honored, proud, and honored. Who's with me? We'll be right back.
Next, gamers losing their cool. And Hodor talks. When the Wil Wheaton project continues. And now, Hodor saying a word other than Hodor.
Hodor.
This has been Hodor trying to say a word other than Hodor.
Welcome back. We hope that you liked seeing Christian in action as much as we did, and we would like to get you into the action as well. You see this picture right here? It's available on blaster.com, and we want to see what you guys can do with it. So tweet us your masterpiece at WilWProject, hashtag HodorShop, and we'll show our favorites next week. Hey, you know what time it is? It's time to acknowledge the people who made this week so incredible. It's shoutouts! Shout out to Peter Dinklage and his high school yearbook picture. Joan Cusack in the front, party in the back. Shout out to the season premiere of Finding Bigfoot for sparing no expense on their special effects.
I woke up. At the top of my window were these two very shiny eyes.
What are they going to do for the rest of the season? She found Bigfoot. Shout out to this Game of Thrones fan for her heartfelt reaction to Ygritte's untimely passing.
I guess he does know some shit. He ain't the one that's dead.
Ashes to ashes, bitch to bitch. Shout out to this guy in Russia experiencing his first trip into virtual reality with the new Oculus Rift headset. The thing is, that is the most normal web clip I have ever seen come out of Russia. And those are this week's shout-outs. Finally, there are a lot of big games coming out of E3, which can only mean one thing: bigger gaming meltdowns, which leads us to our supercut of the week. Until next time, play more games.
This is why I don't play video games anymore.
What the I'm losing my patience. Oh my god!